Mrparka here to review Crossbarrow. This just came out a while back. It's a independent slasher film here, and while watching it, I didn't even think it was that low budget. You know, from watching the special features, I found out it was had some budget constraints. Obviously, a lot of things went wrong, but I couldn't really tell. You know, they covered it up well, and the camera shots they used in it were really well done. The camera they used was really great. If anything, you sometimes can tell from some maybe the acting and some of the dialogue and stuff like that. Every once in a while, you can tell maybe it's a little low budget at points. But basically, what we have here is a stripper who's really down on her luck. She has a miserable, horrible life, and she works for a very, very evil person, and she's basically going to be forced to go do this drug deal. But she's going to rip off the drug dealer. But while they're doing it, the group of people go. Her girlfriend, the girl she's cheating with, they end up, a guy that's a friend of theirs is a director, his girlfriend, and so forth. They end up going, and the drug deal was stopped prematurely by someone else. There's this guy here, Crossbarrow. Basically, he is a religious fanatic welding a hammer who decides to smash people's brains in while reversing Bible lines. He basically was running around calling everyone a whore and a harlot and things like that. He's obviously nuts. And the hammer is a pretty damn good weapon to use. It's blunt, it's simple, it's durable, and he uses it quite a lot in brutal fashion. This film kind of had a Ryan Nicholson thing going to me because the gratuitous amounts of nudity, so much nudity every 3 seconds, you almost think it's like a softcore porno, like Gutter Balls, but not as gratuitous as Gutter Balls. I think Gutter Balls is flirting with the line of pornography, but I love it. And then there is a good amount of gore in here, and then there's these off-the-wall kind of goofy lines that most of the movie's serious, but you'll hear a line that's kind of just silly, and you're just like, what? That's kind of a weird, out-of-place type deal, and that's how it kind of reminded me of Gutter Balls at points. Sometimes it will be a little funny, but most of the time it's kind of just sleazy and gross and kind of just grainy, nasty stuff here. And that's what Crossbarrow is most of the time here. One complaint I really had was just, I don't think the acting was horrible, but I think that the acting, you know, sometimes was kind of derailed because some of the characters would do stuff that I just don't think are unrealistic. The one lady said, let's stick together, let's stick together, let's stick together. So one lady's like, screw off, leaves, and then that girl who said, let's stick together, turns to the other girl and says, you stay here, I'm going too. And I just maybe misinterpreted that scene, but it just didn't make much sense to me. I know she was trying to save her, but she just was not very intelligent in the way she did it. And that seems to be a theme here. Most of the people aren't too intelligent in this movie, but it is a slasher movie, and most people aren't too intelligent in slasher movies anyways, because 90% of the time you wouldn't get yourself stuck in a stupid situation like that. But anyways, Crossbarrow, the gore, the nudity, that's what you're looking for when it comes down to a slasher film. And plus they got some really good shots in here. A good score, for the most part, is a good score. There's the songs they choose to play were pretty decent in here. A lot of other stuff was in here as well. Joe Franz is in it from like the CKY type deal. I didn't even recognize him until I started watching the features. It's like, oh, that was him. That's pretty crazy. I didn't even recognize him, which means it's probably a good thing if you know, he's being incognito enough, so not for me not to notice him. But yeah, like I said, the death scenes all involve a hammer. There's some head smashing, of course, to pretty much nothing. A hand getting crushed, like that. The thing going in there. The killer, I think, is pretty decent. It's kind of weird that, you know, you usually see mass killers don't talk, and he's spouting out all these crazy lines. So, all in all, it's a pretty solid slasher film with a lot of nudity, more nudity than usual, a good amount of gore, and really good camera shots. Like I said, I enjoy the camera shots of the building and the urban stuff like that. And it just, maybe it's not even so much the shots, I just thought that the camera made it look very professional of a film. More so, I didn't think it looked that low budget for what it was. And that is Crossbarrow. I'd recommend it if you guys are interested. And also it has like a 2-hour, 10-minute documentary on there. It also has audio commentary. And it also has a trailer for The Cemetery. But if this sounds like it's up your alley, then check it out. And one other scene I wanted to talk about, which I thought was really funny and really intelligent, was they're sitting in the car waiting, and the guy in the back's a director, and he loves, like, the girl in the front's arguing that she loves, like, horror movies, and she kind of, I was thinking, oh no, not one of these where everyone loves horror movies in the horror movie, but it's not like that. It's a really pretty clever scene. She talks about how the movies he watches are like trashy, fun stuff like her, but he tries to go out and make a whole bunch of like really boring, like I guess you'd say pretentious art film type deals. And she says his movies suck. and it's really annoying and stuff like that, and they're just terrible movies, and people would rather be entertained. And she says, watch, see, your movies would be us sitting in this car talking, but my movie would be us sitting in this car talking with girls without their boobs, with their boobs hanging out. The girls take off your shirts, and the girls take off their shirt too. It's just a way to get more nudity in the movie and just prove a point, and I thought it was pretty funny. And then she goes on to say, now someone just needs to die. Hence, someone's just being killed right there. But thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.